Good afternoon, everyone. You're very welcome to our webinar this afternoon. This webinar is by Midwest ARIES in partnership with Mental Health Ireland, and Midwest ARIES have allowed me to host it this month because it's the end of September and we're heading into October, which is World Mental Health Month, based around World Mental Health Day on the 10th of October. So we have some lovely panellists who are talking about what is happening in the region and nationally as well. Loads of different events happening there. So I'll introduce you now to everybody if they just want to just turn on their cameras. So you're all very welcome here today. So I might just start with Caroline. Would you mind introducing yourself?
Hello, everybody. My name is Caroline Brogan. I am a Development Officer with Mental Health Ireland, and I cover North Dublin, Kildare and West Wicklow.
Thank you, Caroline. Very welcome, and thanks for coming along today. And Rose, can I ask you to maybe introduce yourself, please?
Hi, my name is Rose Tyne. I am the Secretary for North Clare Mental Health Ireland, and we cover all of North Clare.
Very welcome, Rose, and thanks for coming along.
Thank you.
And Ian, can I ask you to introduce yourself?
Hi everybody, I'm Ian Hackett, Manager for Limerick Mental Health Association, and we cover all of Limerick City.
Very welcome, and thanks for coming along, Ian. And I think anyone who regularly attends webinars will know Killian. But still, I'll ask you to introduce yourself anyway, Killian.
Thanks a million, Claire. So my name is Killian. I'm the Peer Education Training and Development Officer with Midwest ARIES, a recovery education service here in the Midwest. So we cover Clare, Limerick and North Tipperary. I'm just looking forward to this webinar just to see what's going on over the next couple of weeks for World Mental Health Month. So thanks, Claire.
Thanks, Killian. And in our region, which is called CHO3, but it's Limerick, Clare and North Tipperary, there's almost so much happening. It really is a very, very vibrant region, particularly around World Mental Health Month and the day itself. And Mental Health Ireland as well, nationally, it is something that we promote quite extensively. So Caroline's going to let us know all about that as well. If you have any questions, please do pop them into the chat. The recording and the podcast of this will be available afterwards as well. And I know that Killian will be sending out like an education and a pack to everybody who signed up for it as well afterwards. And you'll get information throughout the webinar as well of where you can get information about the different events that everyone is going to be sharing as well. But if you need more information, if you didn't catch something, then do let us know after the event, after the webinar, and we'll be more than happy to send you out some information. And so much stuff is on social media now as well. So even if you search the name on social media, you should be able to find it. So thanks again, everybody, for coming along. So I think we might start with the national, what's happening nationally, which Caroline is going to speak to us about from Mental Health Ireland. Caroline, do you want to start there?
Yeah, great, Claire. I'm just going to share the screen and put it onto a slideshow, if I'm able to. Always technical difficulties when we're under pressure. And from the beginning. Okay, is that all right? Yeah, thumbs up. Okay. So as you all might know, everybody tuning in today, it's World Mental Health Month, October. And if you're not kind of familiar with who Mental Health Ireland are, I'm just going to, oops, Daisy, I'm going to introduce you to Mental Health Ireland. So who are we? Mental Health Ireland, we're the longest established mental health charity in Ireland. So we were established in 1966. Our mission is to promote and enhance mental health and well-being, and to create a culture where we are all respected and supported, especially when our mental health is challenged. And our vision is for an Ireland where mental health is valued and supported as an essential part of everyone's health, so that individuals, families and friends and communities can thrive.
Caroline, can I just stop you there for a second? Sorry, that's is it moving for me, the presentation? Is it moving for anybody else? Is it just me?
It's not moving. Okay, hold on a second.
No, sorry, yeah. It'd be, I said I couldn't have you chatting away and we weren't seeing what you were saying. There we are. That's it. We
is it all right now?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Did you think I'd memorized all that? That'd be pretty good. I'm not that good. So is it on to the next one now? Brilliant. Thanks for that, Claire. So what do we do? So Mental Health Ireland, we have a series of campaigns that we run annually, one of those being World Mental Health Month. And the other prominent campaign that some of you might be familiar with is the Hello, How Are You campaign. We have bursaries and awards that we have with Galway University, DCU and Cork University. Now I might be missing out on a few, but They are some of the ones that we have bursaries and awards with. We work in partnership with the HSC, and we employ the network of recovery education facilitators, and people working in recovery within the HSC. We also work with lots of different partners, both within Ireland, Europe, throughout Europe and internationally. So we have a long-standing relationship with the IIMHL, which is the International Initiative for Mental Health Leaders. And we actually hosted the European Hub last year here in Dublin. We provide evidence-based mental health awareness training, one of those being the 5 ways to well-being. And we have mental health associations. So some people are on the panel today are from mental health associations. And we have one in Kildare and one in West Wicklow as well, in case anybody was interested. I think there's 32 mental health associations across the country. So yeah, a lovely network. Our team of development officers, so myself and Claire, are 2 of those, and there's 8 others just as lovely as us out there. And we deliver and we develop evidence-based programs and initiatives. The Woodlands for Health is one of those. You might have that in your areas. It's a fantastic program. And then I'm actually the national lead on Thrive, which is a community mobilization. What do you call it? Movement. Movement. So it's a mental health movement. It's an international piece of work that has been brought to Ireland by Mental Health Ireland. So World Mental Health Day, that's what we're all here for. So World Mental Health Day is on the 10th of October, and the universal theme this year is mental health is a universal human right. So we've been working for the last few months in co-production in creating lots of different events and things for World Mental Health Month, because we celebrate the month. So last year we had a fantastic campaign. So just to look back on what that looked like, we had 289 attended the webinar on mental health in a new working world. It was a fantastic webinar, and if anybody didn't get it, it's still on our website and well worth looking at. Kind of focuses on workplace. We had 93 fundraisers, 5 ways to well-being workshops, so 131 people registered. And we had 154 registered events in our interactive maps, which I'll be coming back to talk about our interactive map, which is going to be happening again this year. We've 91 organisations involved, including Men's Shed, libraries, mental health associations, and 2,624 new followers on social media. So that was last year. So this year, our offerings this year, we've opportunities to fundraise. This weekend, Claire, myself and the rest of the Mental Health Ireland crew will be in Blanchardstown Shopping Centre, and we'll be collecting money for Mental Health Ireland because we are a charity. So that's going to be great fun, but there'll be lots of other ways to fundraise across the month, and one of those is on our website, World Mental Health Month website. I'll give you the links to that at the end of the presentation. We have a huge amount of local events across the country. If you're going to be hosting an event, please do put it onto our interactive map. It's on the website. It's really, really, really easy to do. And we'll be encouraging people to promote their events on that, whether it's closed or an open event. We have a self-directed learning training for workplaces, which has been developed and will be launched, I think it's next week. And then Claire is going to be launching the menopause booklet. And that's going to be in Limerick, and I was meant to be the 18th of October, but I'm sure Claire will tell you the right date now. Sorry, Claire. Galway conference is on the 18th of October though, and that is where I'm sure some of you are going to be going along to that. It's in Salt Hill, and it promises to be an absolutely fantastic event. I'm really looking forward to that. And there's an opportunity to jump into the Atlantic Ocean, so anybody brave enough for October dip in the sea, you can join me because I'm doing it. We've lots of merchandise and resources as well, and you can find them all on our website. And then the big piece that we're going to be promoting this year is the Connect Cafes, and I'll talk a little bit more about that now in a moment. So how to get involved: organise an event and register it on our interactive map. Organise a Connect Cafe. So it's really what we're promoting this year. It's a simple idea. It's something that anybody can do. You can do them online. In person is always better. we had a series of information sessions throughout the month of September for people to kind of signpost and so what you need to do and where you need to look if you wanted to have your own Connect Cafe. We've lots of merchandise and downloadable and printable resources online. Again, it's on our website, and you can use it as an opportunity for people to make a donation or fundraise either for your mental health association or for Mental Health Ireland. So this is again just looking at if you are organising an event, just remember to register it. It's a free advertising, and it all adds up onto kind of an evaluation of who's getting involved in World Mental Health Month in October. Hosting a Connect Cafe. So these were the information sessions. So there's the last one, if anybody didn't get to one, there's the last one's on Thursday. So this Thursday, the 28th at 2:30, if you want to join. There will be, again, the links are on our website. So again, go onto the World Mental Health Month website, and you can download your own bunting. You have the email signature. The toolkit for the Connect Cafe is really fantastic. There's a choice of lots of different questions that you can have at tables, ones that are directed around general kind of mental health questions, and others around human rights, which is the theme for this year. Again, we're going back to some of our the resources that we have, Mental Health Ireland resources like the stress, recovery and anxiety little booklets. If you haven't seen them, they're on our website and they're absolutely fantastic. Very accessible and co-produced. 5 ways to fundraise. Again, we're kind of going into the schools with this. So if there's any primary school teachers out there, it might be an idea just to check out and see if there's anything that you could bring to your school in terms of there's like little colouring pages and just opportunities to fundraise by dressing up for Halloween. And then we have our self-directed learning e-learning module, which is going to be launched next week. So it will be aimed at workplaces, and it kind of supports our Wellness Works framework, which was launched last year. And then these are all the contact details for all of the development officers. So you all know yours, it's Claire, and she's here. So Claire at mentalhealthireland.ie. And thank you. That's it. I hope I didn't go on too long. No, I'll stop sharing.
Oh, that was fabulous, Caroline. That was fabulous. And like that, I mean, registering your event can be a great way to get other eyes on it, because we all tend to have, the same people maybe come to all our events and things like that. So, if someone hears about, because it is going to be promoted quite widely, isn't it, Caroline, across social media and other places. People can watch the map and see what's happening in Limerick or in North Clare or in West Clare or whatever, and then maybe can choose to go along to it. So thanks for that, Caroline. Loads happening, which is great. And loads of ideas there as well, if anyone's thinking of having something. But I'm going to go now to Rose, who's in North Clare. Rose, do you want to let us know about what's happening up in North Clare?
Hi, thanks, Claire. So this year, well, we're continuing on because it was such a success 2 years ago where we did World Mental Health Day, and we had it obviously during COVID times. So we went outside and we were able to get a football field, and we had a marquee, and it was such a success 2 years ago for this day that we said we're going to just run this event. Unfortunately, last year the weather was atrocious, and it kind of deterred people from coming to the event. So this year we decided what's going to work well in Lahinch if the weather isn't going to work for us. So we're going to hold our World Mental Day on Sunday, because it is Sunday the 8th of October, if I'm right. And it is because it'll be the most that we can attract people on a Sunday rather than on a Monday. A lot of families will be out and about, hopefully, on the Sunday. And we're actually holding it in Lahinch Leisure Centre. Again, this is an area where we have a lot of people coming in, working in the gym, working for their fitness levels. We also have a lot of children and families coming in from the pool area. So it is a really a prime location I feel, for this event that we're going to hold on Sunday, the 8th of October. So we're going to kick it off by starting to do a charity swim, Caroline. That's why Claire was asking you, are you going to be around? So I believe this is starting at 11 o'clock. So there is a group that Sarah Kelly, who's on our board in North Clare, I think there's about 15 of them, and they did this last year, and we had the buckets out, and it raised a lot of money, and it was lovely. So they're going to do that at the beginning this year, or for that day on Sunday. And then I'm just looking at the schedule here because I hadn't it up for me, but and then there's a girl who is, I think, from 12 to 1, Nicola Collodi. She does cognitive behavior therapy training. I believe she's going to be doing a talk for about 45 minutes. I'm not too sure. We were supposed to have sound bats as well that was going to come on board. Sasha was finalizing all those details. So I don't know if that's going to happen before or after Nicola comes on board. Again, just a different view of what would be mental well-being for ourselves, and to try something maybe alternative like the sound baths, which are actually very, very nice to do, and they really help people to come into space where they can feel very relaxed. So it's just to give them that little bit of a taster. That's one of the things. We're also going to have a choir come in and do songs. We're going to have a band that's going to come in and play as well. So there's going to be music around the area. We're also going to be offering raffle tickets. So there'll be a lot of businesses around the area which will donate to North Clare. Again, just raising awareness, and people like buying their raffle tickets. Now, there was supposed to be a dog show, but I'm not too sure. Sarah Kelly was in charge of that, and I don't know if the Lahinch Leisure Centre will allow to have dogs indoors or not. So I think she's finalising that this week. There's also a really lovely lady who comes along and she does face painting for us. I mean, she's been absolutely amazing the last 2 years, like the characters she draws on their faces. And she even does balloon work. Ellen is her name. I'm nearly sure, I think she's from Kilrush or Kilkee, but she's an absolutely lovely lady, and she has helped us out every year, and she's been fantastic, and it really draws in the kids. As you know, the minute children see mom, there's face painting, they really want to come along and join in on that. So that's going to be really a lot of fun, and of course there's going to be bake sales and teas and coffees and all that. And there's going to be what we'll do is we'll have the I think the men's shed are going to come on board, also to offer, locally in Lahinch, in Estymon, Listoon, Doolin area, Liscannor, just stuff that goes on in the area that sometimes men don't know what's actually happening. And I've actually seen that quite a lot. I've heard a lot of men actually talking now, going, I never knew that was there. So we've invited them through Eamon Ward. I believe they'll come and do a talk. Now, I was supposed to be able to go and do a chat on meditation and mindfulness, but unfortunately I can't make it that day due to family stuff that's going on. So there's going to be, I think, another talk or else a chat. I believe her name is Joanne Hanrahan. She's a psychologist here in North Clare. Again, this is just one other thing that needs to be finalised by Sasha, I think. So yeah, it's going to be a really wonderful day. It's from 12 o'clock till about 4 or 5 o'clock on Sunday on the 8th, and it's going to be nice, and hopefully the weather will stay good. And because you're on the prom in Lahinch, we'll have balloons out and we'll have it all hopefully truly advertised. So we'll have lots of people there. So yeah.
Rose, it all sounds amazing. I just want to highlight for you that Rose and the committee are all volunteers, and they all work as well and have their family lives, everything else. So everything that they're organising, they're doing, in their spare time as volunteers. for North Clare Mental Health Association. And the last couple of years, despite the rain last year, we still had a great day, Rose.
Yeah.
It was a fantastic day. And I would encourage anyone who's in the area to come down and see what's happening. And Nicola Cullity, the lady who's doing the CBT talk, she's going to talk specifically around CBT for teenagers. So parents or teenagers come down, maybe get a couple of tips. CBT can be really, really helpful, particularly around exam time and stuff like that. She's donating her services for free as well. And some of you may know her. She does amazing talks and workshops in schools around the country. So I think it's going to be a great day out, Rose. If you get the weather as well, there'll be.
Oh, yeah, it will be amazing. So
hopefully the storm that's passing over today will be the last of it. It'll be lovely from now on.
Yes. Thank you, Claire.
And thanks to Rose and everyone in North Clare, because you're always so busy and always so dedicated. It's amazing. So thanks for that as well.
Thank you.
And now we'll go to Limerick. Ian, do you want to let us know what's happening in Limerick? And before I actually do that, does anyone have any questions on the panel, even for Caroline or Rose, around anything that's happening, or any comments you'd like to make? No, all happy? See, you're doing a great job and explaining everything that's going on, ladies. Excellent. That's the way we like it. Ian, if you want to let us know what's happening in Limerick.
Thanks, Claire. Okay, so I suppose a little background. I suppose Limerick Mental Health are operating in Limerick for the last 21 years this year, and we've been hosting Mental Health Week in Limerick for the last, this is our 18th year doing it. So this year we have 42 different events from 30 different organisations across the city and county going on this year. And if you mind, I'll just share a screen there now. I have the poster put up, and there'll be two sides to it. So hopefully this will share for me. Can you all see that there? Okay, so what we have here is the front of the poster. What we've done is highlighted 5 of the main events that are going on across the city, and on the back we'll have the rest of the events. So our main event is also happening on the 8th, Sunday. It's our launch event below the Milk Market here in the city centre. So the plan is we will operate from 10 a.m. till 6 p.m. And from 10 until 1, we're going to have wellness events. With these wellness events, we're going to have beginners mindfulness art for people. We're going to have a sound bath, Tai Chi, yoga, bit of mindfulness. We're also going to have, if people want to get a few tasters, the body tree are coming down and they're going to give 15 to 20-minute tasters for people on dry needling, body massage, all the different therapies that they provide down there. We'll also have a photo booth for people. We'll also have a magician, and we'll also have a kids art stand separate to the beginners art that we're going to have for people, just to make it more interactive. From there, then we're hoping to push on from 1 till 2 o'clock with a talk with all the services. Claire, I believe that's yourself and myself, and we're going to have we're hoping that we'll have the community guards down as well, just to link in, just to reduce the stigma on how they would interact with a case if they came across it in relation to mental health. Then in the afternoon, what we're doing is we're going to have some of our own service users here from Limerick Mental Health Association have been practicing diligently for the last 2 to 3 months with Dance Limerick and our own drama facilitator. They're going to do a small 15 to 20-minute performance for everyone as well, from 2 to about 2:30. From there, then we have a choir, Hands in Harmony, a deaf choir here from Limerick, and they're going to do a performance for us. And then we have multicultural bands. We have Nepalese coming in, we have Ukrainians coming in, and we have Irish and 1 or 2 other nationalities that will play local music for us from about 3 till we'll say 5:30, 6. And we should finish off then with a thank you to everyone. That's the launch event. Hopefully it should be a good, busy day. Moving on from that then, I'll just show you the second one. Here we go. This is our week of events. So you can see we have a lot going on. This year's theme, we've done a survey with people, and it's been body, mind, and social is what people are looking for. So just to break that down, people are interested in events around the body, fitness basically. Get out and go for a walk, do whichever is fitness. Again, we all know fitness helps promote positive mental health. So what we've done is we've put on, again, you can see it, we'll have it coming out through the week. We have walking tours of the city. We've opened up a lot of museums. We've opened up the Masonic Lodge for tours. We have a lot of, I think I said the guided tours. We have our normal regular walk, and we have plenty of yoga and everything else going on across the city and county. We've linked in with all the FRCs, so we should be out. You should see us reaching out into Croom. We should be up in South Hill in the FRC, and we should be out in the North Side FRC as well to do yoga on different mornings across the week. We also have some of our main events. I better say this as well. We have a commemorative mass in, oh God, I should know this church. The church on the top of Collins Street, the Augustinians. We should have it above the August. We have it above the Augustinians Church on the Wednesday, I believe. It is on the Wednesday. We'll have the talk above in. Sorry, apologies. The Thursday at 6 p.m. We'll have a commemorative mass for anyone that has lost loved ones.
Sorry, Ian, is that the Redemptorists or the Augustinians?
Oh God, the one I should really know this. It is the Augustinian Church.
Okay.
So then on the Thursday we have we have multiple talks going on through the week. Okay, with Thursday we have yourself again, Claire, Mental Health Ireland with the 5 ways to well-being. We have Niall Ryan coming down to talk about recovery and mental health. We have other talks going on during the week then, from DCU to Maynooth to the HSC to we've LIT coming on board. We have people from all over the country coming down to us for talks. Following up on that, one of our biggest events will be Friday night. If people are into the Limerick Choral Union, we'll have 150-piece choir singing, and they'll have a few orchestra pieces as well below in St. Mary's Cathedral down by City Hall. So that'll be a free event. We will have the buckets out as part of a fundraiser, but it's a free event for everyone if they'd like to turn up. That will be from 7:30 to 9:30. Then what we're linking on to is, I think we were talking about this earlier before we came on. So Saturday the 14th, we're going to take over Bedford Row, weather depending, of course. So we have 26 different agencies are going to line up along Bedford Row. We'll have some kids entertainment. We'll have some family entertainment. We have a choir coming down to sing for us. But what we'll do is information stands for all the different services across the city and county, who they are, what to do, what's available to people. So if people if they're unsure what services are there, we'll have the Saturday open up to everyone for it. And then, I suppose, to cut it short, just to wind it down then on Sunday, we have a dog-friendly social morning inside in the Milk Market, going back to our body, mind and social. So the social morning is just bring along your pet, have a cup of coffee, get to meet people and have a chat. Just socialise, basically. And then we're going to have a choir, the Rolling Tones, in there at 1 o'clock, just for a bit of background music. And then from 5 p.m. that evening, we're taking over the Wickham Way, and we're going to do a family-friendly movie night. Lots of popcorn, everything. And of course, we're going to do Inside Out. We all have to use Inside Out. Good mental health movie for everyone, but it's also a lovely family movie. In short, that's our week that's going on so far. If people want to book in, they can come to our website. We have a link that will get you onto Eventbrite and book tickets. All I will say is, don't worry if it says that we have a max of 25 people. That's all Eventbrite will let us put up. We can hold a lot more, and we have the comments underneath to say how much we can do. Thank you very much.
That's brilliant, Ian. So much happening. It's fantastic, and I love the way you brought the theme around mind, body, and social. Is it? It's a lovely way to bring a team together. Really, really nice. And Limerick always has just such an amazing load of events going on. Brilliant. And I'll see you at a few of them. That's fantastic. So I'm just going to let everybody know about, because we were going to have James Fenley from West Clare Mental Health Association on, but unfortunately with the storm that's currently happening, their internet was knocked out. So I'm just going to share and just let you know what's happening, a little bit about what's happening in West Clare. And as you can see from what everyone's saying, there's so much happening in our region, but there's a lot happening nationwide as well, and we'll chat a little bit more about that. So if you can see my screen there, in West Clare Mental Health Association, one of their major events is going to be Dr. David Coleman is going to give a talk on managing anxiety, and that's going to be on Tuesday the 10th in Kilrush Community Centre, and that's free. If they'll have buckets out, so if you're attending and you want to donate to them, absolutely, they'd be happy to for that. But the talk itself is free, and if you've ever heard him speak, and he does speak very well, and he's a nice guy to listen to, and he has loads of experience as well. And then as well, then there's a farmer safety, health and wellbeing talk, and that's going to be in Curtin's Farm with Dr. Tracy O'Connor. She's also Aisling O'Connor, a counsellor and psychotherapist, and George Graham, who's the chairperson of Awareness Head to Toe. And that's another one that'll be lovely in Kilmihill out in West Clare for farmer health and safety, not just the physical being, but also the mental health safety as well. And then there's going to be a guided mindfulness walk through Vandeleur Woods with Ellen Chambers on Sunday, the October 15th. Vandeleur Woods, for anyone who's been out there, is just a lovely, lovely wood. A really, really nice place to go for a walk. And with the group that goes walking out there regularly, they're really, really nice as well. So I think everyone would love that. So just the 4 events that they have going on, they're also linking in with the Park Run and Walk on Saturday, 14th of October in Vandeleur Woods as well. So like that, I mean, you know, in the region is very well represented, I think, with so many different things happening. And I'm just going to give you, like, so there's loads happening in Tipperary as well, Tipperary Mental Health Week. Shane Martin, he's a psychologist, and he is giving a talk out there on Monday the 9th. One talk in Roscrea in the morning in the Citizens Information Centre, and in the afternoon in St. Ailbe's in Tipperary Town. Tipperary Mental Health Week are on Instagram, where you'll probably find most of the information. And the committee is made up of volunteers from the different organisations throughout North and South Tip, Healthy Tipperary, Mental Health Ireland, and loads of other organisations as well. And it's at Tip MHW if anyone's interested in finding out what's happening in Tipperary for themselves as well. So that, I mean, so much happening. And Killian, I mean, we're just going to tap it off now with what you had, the amazing events that you have coming up as well, if you wouldn't mind sharing.
Yeah, absolutely, Claire. I'll just get the share up there. But it's just lovely to see what's going on all around the place so far. But we are covering the Midwest region. So I'm just going to share my slides here. And I will make, if you can see the online workshop there. Yeah. Perfect. So we obviously Midwest series, we cover online and the Midwest region, Clare, Limerick, and North Tipperary. So the timetable, as you can see up on the screen now, our monthly timetable, we've a range of workshops. So the first one there on Tuesday, October 3rd, sorry, it's gone back there, is Family Recovery and Mental Health, and then Creativity for Wellbeing. And as part of Limerick Mental Health Week, we have 2 workshops online, Managing Wellbeing and Mental Health Recovery, and then we have How Can I Find Meaning in My Life and Feel More Empowered. For the rest of the month then, we have Let's Talk Depression, like we have a wide range of courses that people can delve into from each month, every month that we run, and they can all be booked on Eventbrite. The website is just there, midwestseries.eventbrite.ie. As part of Limerick Mental Health Week as well, we have, this is the Creativity Workshop first, and that's on the 5th of October. So it's in the Hunt Museum, and it's from 11 a.m. to 2:15, and there's a copper embossing with Sarah Goff, a goldsmith as well. So it's a second part of the workshop as well. So the first part is the Creativity for Wellbeing workshop, and then there's a part 2 with Sarah as well, the goldsmith, delving into that copper embossing. So it'll be a lovely one. It's a really popular workshop. We've ran over the last number of months in partnership with the Hunt Museum, and it's really well attended as well. So this is what I was talking about a second ago about the Limerick Mental Health Week. So we have Journey for Wellbeing, and this is in the Hunt Museum as well. So that's on the 12th of October from 10:30 to 1. And it's a lovely workshop so for people who may be starting to journal themselves, or people who've been journaling for a while and just want to learn more. And the additional worksheets that you get in the workshop, you can explore more at home or for offline kind of learning, or at home learning, which is really nice as well. So that can be booked on our Eventbrite page as well, for the Journey for Wellbeing. Then on, Ian was kind of mentioned earlier on, for Limerick Mental Health Week, we are at Bedford Row on October 14th from 12 to 5. So this is the Family Fun Day. And we do a worry exchange where you write your worry into a box and you exchange it for a message of hope. And last year we ran it, and it was really nice to see the smile on people's faces from just getting that message of hope, and just the connection and the talk around mental health was great to see from all the different stands that were there last year. So we'll be there with a couple of the recovery education facilitators from 12 to 5 on that day. Then we are in more face-to-face workshops. We're in partnership with Kilmallock Library. So this is kind of in October leading into November as well. So we have our self-care series. So part 1, part 2, and part 3, October 19th, 26th, and November 9th. So if you're interested in that workshop, you can book on Eventbrite, or you can contact me and I can book you in as well if needs be. My email will be at the end of the poster, and I can give it at the end as well. Then we are in November again. We are in the Shannon Family Resource Centre. So we've 3 different workshops. Let's talk depression, let's talk resilience, and how can I find meaning in my life and feel more empowered. And that's booked through the Shannon FRC website. Again, all these slides will be sent on after this webinar towards the end of the week. So you will have all the links to be able to book them in time. Then we are in Nina Library, and this is November as well, so lots going on. We have the Creativity for Wellbeing workshop and the Journaling for Wellbeing workshops. So again, 2 nice workshops in partnership with Nina Library, and that can be booked on Eventbrite as well. Then the last piece is our next webinar, which is co-production in mental health services. What does it look like? So our webinars in partnership with Mental Health Ireland are on the last Wednesday of each month. So it's on the 25th of October, same time, 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. And we'll look at co-production, and we've a range of panelists from we have Mike, our manager, we have Lorraine Nocton from 5B at the hospital, Rosemary Ryan, area engagement lead, Fiona McKiernan, who's worked with National Office of Engagement, and yourself, Claire, is on that webinar next month as well. So it'd be a lovely webinar to sign up, and that could be done on Eventbrite as well if you want to book onto that. So lots going on. I'm just going to stop the share there. So if anyone's interested in signing up to the workshops, do click onto our Eventbrite page, or you can email me at killian.keen@hsc.ie. I'll be happy to guide you towards the workshops.
I'm just putting in my own email address there for someone who had a query just about Cork, because we don't have a development officer in Cork, but we do have one of our national coordinator for Woodlands for Health is based in Cork. But I sometimes cover bits and pieces in Cork as well, because I have family down there, so I'm often up and down there. And development officer wise, I'm probably the closest to it as well, being based in CHO3. But out of everything now that we've all seen, does anyone have something that's a favorite, or maybe something that someone else is doing that they're thinking, actually I wouldn't mind going to that, or or this is my favorite thing that I would think I'm going to want to attend, or anything like that?
Yeah, I like all the talks that on depression, just on the Midwest ARIES there. Yeah, so there was a few things that I'd like to jot down, and maybe also share with our North Clare, and see if anybody else wants to jump in on that, Killian. If any of those events and things like that, they sound really great. And even down in Limerick, gosh, there's so much going on. I didn't realize how big it has spread. World Mental Health and Mental Health Ireland are doing so much, and I think it's just getting the word out there, isn't it? But
It
yeah,
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and our associations are such a huge part of that, which both of you are part of. It is that partnership between our associations, who are the people on the ground in the communities, around the country, and then Mental Health Ireland being, the national body. So, we have great partnerships with our associations, and Galway obviously is doing a lovely conference for the associations as well this year. So yeah, Rose, there's always so much happening.
Yeah, but I think this is what these webinars are all about, really, just because some of the events like in Mental Health Ireland and Limerick and North Clare as well, it's just spreading the word that more and more people will be able to access these events, even if it's online or face to face. And that's the beauty of these conversations, that more people attend and get the benefit of it as well,
Absolutely.
I think.
Sorry, Rose.
Sorry, I was just saying, a lot of the stuff, especially, Killian, for people for online and things like that may not necessarily have a car, especially in North Clare. It can be very hard to get down to events if you don't have a vehicle and you're dependent on buses around here. It can be very tough, and a lot of people that would like to go to these events but maybe not have transport, so that you can actually go online is a great thing to help. So that's why I'm tuning into that as well.
Yeah, definitely. And that's kind of, I suppose, after COVID, or during COVID, we had to go to the hybrid kind of approach, online and face to face. And it's opened up more opportunities for us to spread the workshops further afield. So that's the online space is lovely, because, like you said, people who wouldn't have access to transport and whatnot, just to be able to get to a workshop is great, just from the comfort of their own home.
Yeah.
And Caroline, the Connect Cafes are a great way for anyone, aren't they? So, like, you don't have to be a part of an association, or you can just have one in your kitchen, can't you?
Yeah, absolutely. And I've been involved in a few of them in Dublin, and they're just, I suppose, human nature kind of takes over, even though there's loose structure around it. They're just a lovely way of connecting. But oh my God, I'm so like my area is very densely populated. But my God, are you giving us a run for our money? I might move to Limerick because you seem really dog friendly. Claire knows I love my doggies. They're at my feet. They're everywhere with me. But there's such fabulous events. And Rose, you have the dog friendly event. So I might go to Claire and then across Limerick. It's fabulous. Definitely robbing that leaflet that you have, Ian, because that could fill my calendar for a year, what you're doing in a week. And I'm not joking, I am robbing that.
I'll send you the edited little copy if you need it. You can work away.
Oh, fantastic. And I think even having, I mean, you're a community in yourselves, but actually opening it out and seeing at a national level what's happening and how we can do kind of brag and steals at not just once a year, but like more regularly would be fantastic, because there's some really good ideas generating here that, you know, it would be fantastic if we were sharing those more widely. Yeah, I think it's great.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, it's always been such a busy region, as I was said at the start, it really always has. And, you know, so much happening within a week, you know, but like it's spread across the month as well. So even if someone, you know, there's going to be something for everybody, wherever you are in the region. And like that, then you have the online events as well. Like Rose was saying, it's not always accessible to everybody to go face to face to something. But, you know, to have that sort of focus on mental health and to remind people, you know, that there's other people out there who are working around offering resources that people can access, you know, more easily for themselves as well as the other resources that are always there. But like that there's loads of volunteers and staff members working all the time to try and promote positive mental health and put things in people's way. I have to say that, like, I'm spoiled for choice, obviously, as you can see in my region, Caroline. So when I'm trying to figure out like my schedule of what I'm doing across the 2 weeks, I basically have to put an out of home, out of office sign on my door for my family and everybody else, because I'm just going to be all over the place. But what's great about it is, as you can see, there's such great events, you know, and even though it's part of my job, I always actually learn so much. And even just meeting other people, you know, when I go along and I'm meeting people and I'm chatting to them, which is so the beauty of so many of these is you can go along and meet someone maybe that you never met before, but you end up having great chats, which are really, really lovely. But Ian, is there anything particularly that you're looking forward to? And I know you have a lot going on, but are there one or two that you're particularly looking forward to yourself in your week?
Now it's working for me. I suppose my favourite one at the moment would be the choral union on the Friday night. My first time last year going to it, it was a full house. We had nearly 1,000 people there. I absolutely loved it. And I was never one for the choral singing, but it was absolutely brilliant last year. I suppose that's one of my favourite ones. And I suppose looking over the entire week, I'm a little bit nosy, I won't argue. So I'm looking at the Masonic Lodge. I want to get in and get the tour and see what the place is like. We've opened it up to get a tour around there. We've multiple events. I suppose also I'm looking at the last one. I suppose I want my 15-minute taster from a massage with the body tree on the opening event. I fully intend to get the dry needle and a massage done. I don't care what's going on. The place can fall apart. I'm getting it done. They're my main 3 events, but we have other ones like we have a talk on eating disorders that's going to be going on there as well for people below in the library. We have dual diagnosis from Michael John Norton. He's peer lead for the HSE. So he's going to come down on Saturday in King John's Castle and give us a talk as well. To be honest with you, I'll be pulled and dragged. I'm going to show a few minutes at each one. There's a lot that I want to get to be quite honest.
Yeah, we'll all need a little bit of a holiday maybe after it all, but in a good way. It'll be a good year. Keelan, and all that you saw there, was there anything there that really piqued your interest that you were thinking, I'd like to see or hear that?
Yeah, just looking at the timetable that Ian shared as well, even the union concert as well, I'm intrigued on that as well, to be honest, just to see what it's like. And just looking at there is how many events a day, and there's so much going on even day to day. So I'll have to pick and choose what I can go to with work as well. But the weekends will probably be more freer. But yeah, that union concert will probably be the one. And yeah, I'll take a look at it just to see what's going on. And obviously I'll be in Bedford Row on a Saturday anyway, and that's always great to connect with people talking around mental health and just my colleagues as well. So that's always a nice one. Yeah.
Just on the Bedford Row, sorry to cut in case of inclement weather like today with another storm, the backup venue will be City Hall. So we'll take over the corridors of City Hall, but we will have people on Bedford Row to redirect just in case.
Great idea. And hopefully, and I know we have a storm today, but hopefully it'll all have blown over. So like that, I mean, so much happening. And you know, there'll be stuff happening beyond it as well. So, and I just want to, you know, talk about that, you know, Midwest ARIES always have stuff going on as well, you know, throughout the year. And, you know, you'll be sending out that information, Killian. Ian and Limerick Mental Health Association always have stuff going on throughout the year as well. Rose in North Clare, I know you put on a couple of events throughout the year as well. And just to highlight as well, you know, so many of these organisations, including like in Tipperary, in West Clare, in North Clare, with many of the mental health associations, they're quite often looking for volunteers. So if you feel you have a skill or time to give, and it's an area that you would like to maybe volunteer some of your time to, then just give me an email and I can pass on the contact details for the association maybe in your area. And if you're in another part of the country, just contact me as well and I can put you in touch with the development officer who may be in your area if you're interested in getting involved in volunteering. And it may be that you're only interested in volunteering maybe around World Mental Health Day in October next year. That's absolutely fine. Everyone does what they can in terms of their volunteering hours and everything else. And just, I suppose, in terms of what I'm looking for, I mean, there's so much happening. I am really, I mean, we are very spoiled for choice in our region. I definitely I might go to that Inside Out movie because I do love that movie and I love an outdoor movie as well. So I might go along to that. And Rose, I'm not going to be able to make the swim out in Lahinch, unfortunately, because I'm going to have to split my day between Limerick and Clare, but I'm definitely doing the swim in Galway. So, see, I'm already planning my schedule. I've just, I'm like, I'm going to be here, I'm going to be there, I'm going to be there. And just to say as well, like I'm doing the 5 Ways to Wellbeing, a 1-hour webinar during that as well. That's on Ian's schedule as well. So obviously anyone can come along and to that. And as well as that, then I'm doing a safe talk out in Nina, out in the Lions Club out in Nina on Wednesday the 10th. No, Wednesday the 11th, isn't it? Yeah, Wednesday the 11th. And again, Tipperary Mental Health Week for that. So I think that's everything. Does anybody else want any other thoughts or comments or anything else they want to share? Or Caroline, do you want to hold up a doggy and show us a doggy?
So when they were, where are they? They're too far away and they're huge. I used to be able to show them with my hands and I hold them up. That's not so bad. But now they're gone too big.
Oh, Rose is showing us her.
Yeah, they're for mental health as well. Look after mental health.
Absolutely, to include the dogs. And I remember last year, Rose, was the one thing, despite the weather in Lahinch last year, and it was torrential, it was just rained all day. People still brought out their dogs, so the dogs obviously didn't care about the weather. And it was just one of the best things. There was just like loads of wet dogs running around the place, having the best laugh. But then when they were, because they had he had a little awards, didn't you? Like the best dog sort of thing, show, and the dogs were getting the awards, and people were just so happy. And it really they made everybody's day because, as you said, the weather was so bad, but the dogs really made everybody's day. It was a lovely one. I really hope you're able to. Oh, look, Caroline.
Oh, look, oh my God.
This is Dougal. Hold on. Now, Dougal, stand up like a good.
Oh, that's so funny. Oh, brilliant. So that's it for everybody, I think. Any final thoughts, Killian, maybe on...
Yeah, just I suppose I just put a feedback form into the chat there. So if people who attended, it'd be great if you could fill it out just on your experiences of the webinar. It just helps us improve and progress going forward on all the webinar series. Just thanks, Claire, for the partnership all over the last probably about 2 years now. I say we've been doing the webinars and many more ahead as well with the co-production one next month, which would be great. And then we'll have a November webinar as well, which will be decided in the next week or so. But yeah, really enjoyed the conversation. Great to see so much going on. Hopefully I get to 1 or 2 events. But yeah, lovely to chat to you all. And I suppose I'll pass it back to you, Claire, if you want to, or if everyone wants to say their goodbyes, maybe.
Yeah, anyone to final words? Ian, do you want to give us your final words? Say goodbye to everybody.
No, I just want to thank everyone for attending, and I hope to see you at all the amazing events across the week or the month.
Brilliant, thanks, Ian. Rose, do you want to say a few words for anybody yourself?
Yeah, thanks, guys. I mean, gosh, so much information. It's wonderful to see it, and yeah, it was lovely to my first webinar for Mental Health Ireland. So very excited. Thank you.
You did great. Well done, Rose. Well done. Caroline, any final thoughts for yourself?
Just want to say best luck to everybody holding their events. Absolutely amazing. I really am blown away. And looking forward to seeing them all up on our interactive map. So get them registered. It really is really simple. So yeah, now Ian, you'll have your work cut out for you, but sure, it'll be worth it. Prizes for the most events on. There's not though. But
so that's it, everyone. I hope you got a good, and I know there's a lot on, and you know, Killian will be sharing the information as well, and every organization that's here is on social media as well, so you should be able to find them. If you can't, email me. I put it into the chat there. If you want specific information about something, don't hesitate to email me. Or if you're thinking of hosting an event in the region as well, you know, you might be in your own town. As I said, you can do it in your own kitchen, in your own community hall, wherever it might be. You can hold a Connect Cafe. Drop me an email. I'll do my best to help you. And we hope that you have an amazing month, and we hope that you get to attend a few bits and pieces, and we look forward to seeing you there and meeting you hopefully in person. And thanks again to Killian and Midwest ARIES, because these webinars are always just so much fun, and so great chats as well. So thanks everybody, and have a lovely day, and try and stay out of the rain and the wind.
thanks.
Thanks, Million. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.